It's been a while, folks. Don't worry, I haven't been taken hostage by the 14-year-old TikTok meme lords yet. I've just been a little not too well. Got my third COVID vaccine, and after breakfast, I got a straight up nosebleed as if my period from my nose started from watching too much hentai. But my day became incredibly better. The sun is out, the birds are chirping because the final episode of My Dressup Darling came out, and my god, it was great. So, for those of you who are too young for quality anime, this show features one of the best female protagonists in all of anime. Fucking, she's gonna start a waifu simp war on Twitter any day now. So, what's apparently great about this show is the ecchi scenes where they show some boobies and ass and softcore underage porn. But I didn't think it was the star of the show. Probably because I watch hentai as many times as I drink water per day. And I've also watched Goblin Slayer and Redo of the Healer, so I'm kinda immune to disturbing sex scenes in anime, much less comedic ecchi scenes. There are two things that this anime does well, and it's the art and the characters, which is also part of the art direction, I suppose. The female lead Muddy looks so dazzling and is always sparkling in every episode. I mean, look at this shit. Fucking Studio Dean and the animators for Boruto should take notes. This is how you make an anime interesting these days. Make the characters look like they're a Pixar MILF. But it's not just Muddy who looks good, but these two side characters look so drawn, it's amazing. If Mappa and Wit Studios are gods at fluid character movements, then these animators for this show are gods for capturing the moment. If these three anime studios collabed and animated an anime with a decent plot, I would nut so hard I would start my own branded sperm bank. But enough fapping to the art style of the show, it's time to talk about the storyline. I've watched multiple clones of comedic romance anime in which the characters like each other, but the max they do is hold hands in the finale. The most popular being shit like Uzaki-chan and Nagatoro. The issue I always have with these shows is how much bullshit filler content there is. In Nagatoro, there's this episode where the first half is of a weird shitty dream the male lead has, and this shit adds nothing to the story at all. Oh cool, he has a dream of him and his mates being isekai to a fantasy land. Nobody gives two shits. In Dressup Darling, there is no shitty foreplay, only plot and great characters. Because Muddy is so good looking, everyone overlooks how good of a character the male lead Gojo is. So going back to Uzaki and Nagatoro and nitpicking their leads, Uzaki had a guy who had no backstory, no backbone, and no characteristics outside of occasionally being a cool guy. Nagatoro's male lead wasn't as boring, but he had no characteristics outside of cliche quiet kid with no friends. It's nice to see the underdog slay some pussy, but this guy is so lame. On the other hand, we got Gojo, who's passionate for something in his life, who has really cool moments, but isn't an obnoxious and incompetent little shit. I'd say the only issue I have with this show is how uninteractive other characters are. Maybe they do this in the future of the series, but I think it would have been nice to see Gojo interact more with Marin's friends. Kinda like how the senpai from Nagatoro gets played around by her friends. Similarly, I wanted to see Marin interact more with Gojo's family, so she can learn more about his sad past and develop feelings in that area as well. Overall, just some small things to pick out of, but I wanted to see more romantic tensions because the show is 95% comedy and cosplay related, while the remaining 5% is Marin catching feelings and Gojo getting boners. Not really the most romantic anime ever. For that, I give My Dressup Darling a 8.5 scarfs out of 10. Very solid watch with some filler content, but it's not as long or boring as shit from Nagatoro. But yeah, that's about it. Peace.